And so before I wrap up this epically long video here on the channel, I wanted to do what I'd like to coin Frankie's 5 reasons. And this is basically my 5 reasons why you would want to pick one phone over the other. And I'm going to just do this in a quick, streamlined way. The 5 reasons why I think, each of these phones is better than the other one. So let's get started first on the Honor Note 10 side. These are 5 reasons why I think the Honor Note 10 is a better choice over the Mi Max 3. And reason number 1 is build quality. So looking at the build quality of this phone, as I mentioned, got that beautiful sleek glass. It's just overall a better hand feeling. This phone is just looking really slick. And yes, it is a fingerprint magnet, but let me tell you, when you get this phone out and you kind of put it in the light, it is spectacular. And I really got to say, it is just something special here. Like the build quality on this phone definitely surpasses the Mi Max 3 for that kind of aesthetic, for the kind of really kind of premium flagship looking aesthetic. So build quality, number 1. Number 2, AMOLED. AMOLED. If you do value the punchier colors, if you do value kind of the just deeper blacks, and another kind of point of this, if you do value this right there, the always on display, all of these things you will have on an AMOLED panel versus the LCD on the Mi Max 3. So if you value AMOLED and you need to have AMOLED, that's one reason to pick it up over this phone. Number 3, performance. Kirin 970, great performance, fast, fluid, almost flagship level performance overall. And obviously, I think the experience of this phone is great. And especially with the camera, I think that highlights it a lot. You saw there, whoops, that was night mode, so that's going to take a while. But look at the camera shutter there. That's the camera shutter. That's the 970 performance there. That's another reason to pick this one up over the Mi Max 3. Point number 4, audio. And as you saw there on the audio kind of experience, the audio of this phone is definitely better. It is just, they're better speakers overall. They've put more money, they've spent more money on more expensive speakers in this phone. And the dual firing sound is definitely better and more balanced, I'd say, on this phone. So it's loud on both sides, whereas on the Mi Max 3, it's a little bit more balanced, kind of imbalanced. So it's louder on this side, and the upwards, the kind of speaker at the top is not. But if you do value that kind of audio performance, that's point number 4. And point number 5, and you saw it there kind of in the camera, night mode. Now, I'm not going to say the whole camera. I'm going to say just night mode, because I still think the Mi Max 3 has a phenomenal camera, and it'll kind of serve your purposes for most everything you do. But when it comes to night mode, oh boy, it is just something else. You see I'm shooting one here, right here. And you just get this overall kind of look. It's like HDR to the max. And this was the example I wanted to show you guys. You see there? No night mode, night mode. No night mode, night mode. If you value that, then that's point number 5. Why you would pick up the Honor Note 10 over the Mi Max 3. And now conversely, going back this way, the Honor Note 10. Reasons you'd pick up the Mi Max 3 over the Honor Note 10. And the first one, it's got to be the price. The price. That could be the only reason why you pick that up. This phone is literally half the price of the Honor Note 10. Are you getting half of the experience? Definitely not. You're getting like 80 to 90% of the experience. And so if you're like using value proposition and you're actually comparing what you get, this is the definite pick, because there's so much that this phone does right and so much of the experience that you're going to enjoy for half the price. You could pick up almost 2 Mi Max 3s for the price of this phone. It is, yes, it has 6 GB. Yes, it's 128, but it doesn't matter, because even at 4 GB and 64 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage, this phone is a beast, and it does really well. I don't feel any slowdowns whatsoever with this phone. It loads things really quick. You will not be let down by this phone. It does everything you need to do at half the price. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 to pick this one up over the Honor Note 10, I would definitely say, is the build quality. The build quality, and not in the way that you are thinking. The build quality as it relates to a more rugged, more aluminum finish. This phone Already without the case, I'm getting nervous. Is all glass back. You're gonna have to baby this phone. If you want a phone that you just want to pick up and just use however you want to just use this phone. And look at this. This could be, someone said in the comment section, like a tool. You can actually, if you were stuck on a deserted island and you need to crack open some coconuts, you know, I think you could crack them open with this thing. This thing is amazing. So if you want a rugged experience that's going to last a while, that's durable, this is the phone to pick up. This Mi Max 3 is a beast, and I give it that point number 2 in terms of rugged build quality. Why you'd pick this up over the Honor Note 10. Point number 3, MIUI and quick updates. Now, you're seeing it there with the issues I've been having on the Honor Note 10, that software is a big deal. And you know what? No one does it better probably than Xiaomi, at least for quick updates to MIUI. They're very, very quick to update this phone. And I've already seen some quick updates happening on the Mi Max 3 that have improved performance overall. So if you value quick, speedy updates, at least for the, not talking about stock Android, guys, I'm talking about actual just kind of performance of the phone, MIUI is really, really quick to update. And the experience overall, if you're more comfortable, I know a lot of you guys are very familiar with MIUI and it's kind of its look. So that would be another reason to consider picking up this phone over kind of the Honor Note 10's EMUI, which I'm going to tell you, be honest here, guys, I do enjoy the MIUI experience more than EMUI. EMUI I'm not a huge fan of, and I use this phone despite EMUI. Point number 4. And point number 4 is going to be all about battery life. Point number 4. Now, I haven't fully tested, like I said, this phone, but I'm basing it on what I've had experience so far with this Mi Max 3. It is the battery king. It is really incredible. I'm at 79% right now, but I've been using this phone on and off for 3 days and it's only at 79%. This thing is a beast. This thing is just, I just love the fact that its standby is like, it's almost like an iPad's standby, and it just lasts for days and days and days, and it is just amazing. So if you do value, it's got a bigger battery, 5,500 milliamperes over the 5,000 on the Honor Note 10. So if you value battery, definitely pick this one up, I would say at this point, over the Honor Note 10. And point number 5, I would honestly say, just overall, is just the Mi Max 3 kind of experience. And I know that's kind of like a very kind of generic term there, but I would say the overall experience of using the Mi Max 3 has been great. And nothing against the actual UI of the Honor Note series, but once you get used to using those full screen gestures on the Mi Max 3, there's no phone of Xiaomi that I think I've appreciated having those full screen gestures on more than the Mi Max 3, because it really is almost designed for such a big phone. You see how big this is in my hand. If I had to press buttons down there, I'm finding issues doing that on this phone. And I just keep thinking, gosh, why can't they put in gestures like they have on the Mi Max 3? And that's kind of more into the MIUI side, but I really think the full screen gestures on the Mi Max 3, they shine, and it's a real pity that this phone doesn't have that, because it really makes me want to use the Mi Max 3 more than the Honor Note 10. So that's point number 5 right there. The kind of the 5 reasons right there. Definitely hit me up in the comment section there if you guys have any thoughts of or your own 5 reasons why you would pick the Mi Max 3 over the Honor Note 10, or you can also give your 5 reasons why you agree that the ones I brought up were the reasons why this phone is worth it for double the price over the Mi Max 3. So that's the end of this video, guys. I'm sweating right now. This video has taken crazy time for shoot, and I said it was going to be a rambly kind of all over the place video, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. I had a lot to share on my mind of these phones. Now I'm going to finish with this last question, and it's going to be kind of a rhetorical question, but which phone is right for you? Which phone is better for you in this case? I mean, and really, which is the Honor Note 10 really worth double the price of the Mi Max 3? I think to answer that second question, the answer is no. I think the Mi Max 3 can do almost all that you need a phone to do at half the price, and that really makes it kind of my pick as it relates to that question. But to the first question, which phone is the better phone? Well, it's kind of like the analogy I was talking about your buddy. This is a great phone. You're going to love this experience overall. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to just like very much cherish that experience. But guess what? Your buddy shows up with the Honor Note 10, and he's like, yo, man, check it out. Yo, I got the Honor Note 10, man. It's badass. And you check it out, and you're like, you know what? You're right. And guess what? Maybe if you had never used this phone, this would be the best big phone on the market. But it's not. I mean, the Honor Note 10 has a lot going for it, and that's why it exists. And I'm glad that it exists and that it covers that price point. But you know what? That's not enough for me to say that this phone is not worth it. This phone offers tremendous value. And so for all you guys who are all about value, this is going to be your choice. But if you do have the extra cash and you do value those things that I mentioned, this is going to be the phone to pick up. And I, for one, am glad that I was able to get this phone. Some people are saying this comparison didn't make sense. I think it makes full sense. Look at these phones. They are the biggest phones on the market. They are pretty much tablets in your hand. Enough said. You can't go wrong with either of these at whichever price point you choose, but I think that you will be happy regardless. So that's the end of the video, guys. My God, what an epic video. I'm going to kill this one now before it goes any further. Definitely hit me up in the comments with any questions you have about these phones. Like I said, I will be doing a full camera comparison once I get these weird static issues figured out on the Honor Note 10. And I'll be doing kind of other videos, probably an FAQ on the Honor Note 10 coming up where I answer kind of a bunch of your questions. And, stay tuned for that as well. Stay tuned also for, I do have a Nokia X6 for all you X6 lovers. I will be having that video coming up, my 1 week kind of take on the Nokia X6 as it compares to the Mi A2 Lite. So stay tuned for that, and I do have some camera shots comparing those. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. If you like this video, I know it was a long one, but thanks for sticking through it. Give me that thumbs up, and if you appreciate all the content I've been doing on the channel, definitely subscribe to it. I've been having a lot of fun kind of getting back into the channel now since I came back from my trip, so stay tuned for more great content coming here on Frankie Tech. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video, and this is where I say, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Y'all have a good one.